Hello, young explorers. Welcome to Hamster NBC, the place where curious kids discover amazing things about our world. Here we ask big questions and find simple answers together. Every episode is a new adventure full of fun facts and surprises. So get comfortable, open your mind, and get ready to learn something new. And so, let's begin. One beautiful evening, Pears the hamster and Mark the corgi were exploring the scenic riverbank as the sun began to set. They found a few curiosities scattered along the shore. A nail, a wooden stick, a plastic cap, and a toy boat. Hey Mark, look at this little iron nail. It's so tiny. I bet it floats like a little leaf. Pears dropped the nail into the water. Plop. It sank instantly, all the way to the sandy bottom.
You see, Pears, that nail is very heavy for its size. It doesn't have enough surface to help it stay out.
But wait, if that tiny nail sinks, why does that giant iron ship over there stay on top of the water?
It's all about shape. Watch this metal lid. Because it's flat and wide, the water can push against it. There's a secret power called buoyancy. It's an upward force from the water that keeps things from sinking.
Think of it like the water is a giant hand, pushing up against everything that tries to go inside.
Big ships are hollow and filled with air. This makes the whole ship light enough for the water to push it up.
Pears tried his own experiment. He crushed a piece of aluminum foil into a tight, heavy ball and dropped it deep. Ball sank, but when he shaped a new piece into a tiny boat, it floated perfectly on the river. Pears added pebbles, one by one, until the boat finally sank. He was learning how strong the floating force could be, so it's not magic that keeps that big ship moving. It's science, the balance of weight and water working together. The sun set, turning the river into gold as the two friends watched the big ship float calmly away into the night. And now the day is slowly drawing to a close. The noise grows quieter. Thoughts slow down, and it's time for storytelling. But before we begin, let's do one small but important thing. If you enjoy learning new things, if you enjoy listening to stories before bed, and if you want to come back again, subscribe to the Hamster NBC channel and like this video. This way, you'll help us create even more kind stories and clear explanations for children all over the world. Now, get comfortable. History is waiting for you. Every afternoon, on their way home from school, the children loved to play in the giant's garden. It was a place of pure magic and joy. 12 peach trees blossomed in delicate pink and pearl every spring, and the birds sang so sweetly that even the children stopped to listen. How happy we are here, they would cry to one another. But one day, the peace was shattered. The giant had returned after 7 long years. "What are you doing here?" he bellowed in a gruff, terrifying voice. Frightened, the children scattered and ran as fast as they could. "My own garden is my own garden," the giant grumbled. He built a high wall all around it and put up a sign for everyone to see. Now, the poor children had nowhere to play. They tried the dusty road, but it was full of hard stones. They missed their beautiful garden. When spring arrived across the land, bringing blossoms and birds, the giant's garden remained trapped in the icy grip of winter. The snow covered the grass with her white cloak, and the frost painted the trees silver. They invited the north wind to roar through the garden. "I cannot understand why the spring is so late," the giant sighed, looking out at his cold, white world. But the spring never came. Then one morning, the giant heard a sound so sweet, he thought it was the king's musicians. It was a little linnet bird singing. The north wind stopped roaring and a delicious perfume filled the air. "I believe spring has come at last," the giant cried, jumping out of bed. He saw a wonderful sight. Through a hole in the wall, the children had crept back in, perched high in the branches of the trees. The trees were so happy to have them back that they covered themselves in blossoms. Birds flew about twittering with pure delight. But in one far corner, it was still winter. A tiny boy stood there, crying because he was too small to reach the branches. The poor tree was still covered in frost, even though it bent its branches down. "Climb up, little boy," the tree whispered, but he could not. And the giant's heart melted as he looked out. "How selfish I have been. he said. "Now I know why the spring would not come here. I will put that poor little boy on the top of the tree, and then I will knock down the wall, and my garden shall be the children's playground forever and ever." He was really very sorry for what he had done. So he crept downstairs and opened the front door quite softly and went out into the garden. But when the children saw him, they were so frightened that they all ran away, and the garden became winter again. Only the little boy did not run, for his eyes were so full of tears that he did not see the giant coming. And the giant stole up behind him and took him gently in his hand and put him up into the tree. And the tree broke at once into blossom, and the birds came and sang on it. And the little boy stretched out his 2 arms and flung them round the giant's neck and kissed him. And the other children, when they saw that the giant was not wicked any longer, came running back, and with them came the spring. "It is your garden now, little children," said the giant, and he took a great axe and knocked down the wall. And at 12 o'clock they found the giant playing with the children in the most beautiful garden they had ever seen. All day long they played, and in the evening they came to the giant to bid him goodbye. "But where is your little companion?" he said. "The boy I put into the tree." The giant loved him the best. "We don't know," answered the children. "He has gone away." The giant felt very sad. Every afternoon the children came and played, but the little boy whom the giant loved was never seen again. Years went over, and the giant grew very old and feeble. He sat in a huge armchair and watched the children at their games. "I have many beautiful flowers," he said, "but the children are the most beautiful flowers of all." One winter morning he looked out. Suddenly he rubbed his eyes in wonder. It certainly was a marvelous sight. In the corner was a tree covered with white blossoms. Its branches were golden, and underneath it stood the little boy. Downstairs ran the giant in great joy. But when he came close, his face grew red with anger, and he said, "Who hath dared to wound thee?" "Nay," answered the child, "but these are the wounds of love." "Who art thou?" said the giant, and he knelt in awe. "You let me play once in your garden. Today you shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise." And when the children ran in that afternoon, they found the giant lying dead under the tree, all covered with white blossoms.